Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages that I get from Spirit for all of us who are all on this journey to love and to reunite with our divine vibrational matches in this lifetime. And today I was just loading up the first two videos for today. And I've been doing personal readings for people. And the two questions that were left at the bottom on my desk were what is our next step? And what can I do to help us into our union? And so because they were just sort of like here on the desk, and I was like, okay, that is kind of like the perfect questions to ask. It always feels like after significant kind of milestone dates in the year, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter, birthdays, those significant dates are just such milestones because it's days when you want to be with your loved ones. So, and it does feel it always feels really significant for me. So I'm sure if it feels it for me, then I'm sure it does for others as well. So, and there is a bit like there is that feeling of we're not here in the physical together. So the day after, it's like, okay, so what do we do now? So it's kind of beautiful that this message was like right there on the desk to say, what is our next step for these connections? So if you are in a situation like mine, where, we're basically not in physical union with our twin, then this is the next step. So I'm going to pull from the Enchanted Map. I'm also going to pull from the Wisdom of Love and the Work Your Light. So 3 cards for each question. So the first one is it's coming to life. So 29 is also a letter that I've read out recently, but 2 and 9 is 11. And to just know that you're coming to life. Every single day we're different from the day before. We're different from how we will be tomorrow. And every day we have a choice whether we live in, look at the butterfly, I'm really drawn to that. We have a choice, right, to fly high, to leave all the old self behind, and to step forward into the light. She's holding the light in her hand. So something beautiful is being born into your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? And perhaps you've shed skins. So this is crazy. It's on page 79, and 79 was the letter that I read. I think it was yesterday, or it's all blurring into one, but it's a beautiful synchronicity as always to connect all the messages together. So shedding skin. Perhaps you've shed some skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least matured in your ideas about yourself and the world that you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your ideas and desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. So what's the next step? Is be open and show up and ask to be led on your highest and best path every single day. Live with an open heart. Ask to be shown the way. So beautiful. Shedding skin, coming to life. The next step from the Wisdom of Love Oracle is the treasure. Treasure Island. We are all finding our treasure within. And that is number 9. 9 is the letter that I read out this morning. It's just brilliant, isn't it? So the message of number 9 is your relationship is a treasure, providing even more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourselves and each other. Now is the time for discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blooms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring you great gifts and valuable lessons. Keep your heart open. There you go. Just like that, this message is keeping open to possibility, keeping open to transformation. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. Well, we are all on this journey of learning, so that's beautiful. So what our next step is, what is our next step? And it is be open, remain open to this love, remembering that manifestation works on spirit's time, not on our timeline. Which is, you know, that's what we're here to learn, here to master, to understand. So the priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? So what is our next step? And it is listening to intuition, following guidance, not being afraid to step up and speak your truth and leading by example, however that is, you know, show up in your life the way that your intuition is guiding you. We're all different, we all have different paths to walk, and it's really important. The only thing that we have is our intuition. That's the one thing that guides us and keeps us in check and keeps us on the right path, as well as all the signs and messages and like bombarding from spirit, which happens all the time. But we also have our own intuition that is our link to the pathway that we need to take. So the priestess is all about listening. So let me just find her in the book. One sec, here we go. The priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forwards to. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is your tribe. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it is because at some point in your life you longed for someone to lead you. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing as you are, and might only be one step behind you. How they may even be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up. Embrace your struggles, the peaks, the troughs. You don't need to know the way, just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you, so step forward so they can find you. And how are you being called to step up and lead? And how can you be a leader that you wish that you had? So that message about what's our next step, the next step is be open, remain open-hearted, trust that these connections are here to show you your inner treasure, listen to your intuition, where you've been asked to basically let your inner priestess shine, priestess, you know, basically divine light energy, be open to let divine light energy work through you. So, beautiful message. What's the next step? And there it is. So the next one is, and what can I do to help our union? Right. So it was, what can I do if you're in these connections? What can you do to help your union? And what do you need to do? So what do we need to do to help these unions come together? Is to weather the storm. It's number 9. Shut up. The letter this morning, number 9. So 9 is always that, you know, it's also the ending of a cycle, right? And it does feel stormy. It has been stormy. It's always, you know, we're always going through storms, clearing their vibration, moving up in vibration, stirring things up again, clearing the energy, moving up again. So this storm is like, you know, basically we're on a constant cycle, just like the weather is. You know, it doesn't stay hot forever, does it? It changes and clears the way for a new weather cycle. So that's exactly what we are doing, clearing the path, move into the center so we don't get, look, the leg up. We're giving each other a leg up. We're helping each other. This is you and your twin helping each other. Number 34 is 7. 7 is the number of the soul. So trust that this storminess inside, however you felt that, has happened for a reason, because just like I was saying, it like gets rid of like stale energy, because it might, you know, however you do that, whether you do that, get like doing boxing lessons or however you get out, you know, let that energy pass through you. And whether you run, whether you do, you know, whatever physical exercise you do to get that energy out of you, right? To weather the storm. Because once that energy's gone, it makes way for some more light to come in. And that's where we're giving each other more and more, right? We're giving each other a leg up, which is brilliant. So that's just to say, the next one, the work your light, what can we do to help? And it is this, the great gathering, the coming together. Okay, so beautiful combination of cards, because basically this is everything that has just happened, right? If you felt that storminess happen, it's happened for a reason, for us to rise up again. And the reason why we're rising up is because we're a group coming together to help in this illumination of the planet. And so, you know, what more can I say? I mean, the cards always are just totally bonkers in how accurate they represent, you know, what we're going through. And always blows me away a little bit. Okay, so the Great Gathering, it's all coming together. So this is answering the question of what can we do to help our reunions? And it is, you are being called to let your intuition move you physically. Oh, no way. There you go. And I was just saying about how you move your body, getting out this stormy energy, knowing that that's happening for a reason, for you to give each other a leg up, for you and your twin. Brilliant. You are connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet. And as you travel and share your creations, something is re-threaded. This card is an acknowledgement that you're either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are. You are being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. You are part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet. To raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It is time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, and you share the medicine that you most need, those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe. They are just like you. And just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you too. And the activation of the card is this. I choose now to let myself be seen. I'm ready to call in my soul tribe and create a web of light all over the planet. Oh, so I choose now to let myself be seen. I am ready to call in my soul tribe and create a web of light around the planet. So I am going to share the message of we're giving each other a leg up. Because even though it might feel like you've been stuck in the storm or on the periphery of the storm, then trust that's happening for a reason. So relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. Exactly. These connections, if we're not together in the physical, we are very much interdependent of each other. That's the whole point. We're finding our strength on our own because we don't need the person. That's the thing. We just want them in our lives. That's the difference. So it's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust, because you will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask, and it is given. There you go. So there is that message about saying, reach out and ask for help if you need the help. But the beauty of these connections is that they empower you within yourself, and that's the beauty, that even though it may feel like a lot of the time it may feel really stormy and just like churn up all of this energy within inside of you all the time. And each time it churns up, it allows you to let it pass. And when you let it pass and afterwards you feel that calmness, and you just realize that you've risen up a little bit more, because it's all part of the great gathering. It's all part of souls coming together into the light, and we're all giving each other a leg up along the way. So I really hope that helps. I just thought that was a beautiful, I just wanted to see what was coming through, because I was like, okay, when I saw these 2 questions left on the desk, and it was like, okay, what's our next step now? What do we need to do to help us, to let us, to help us into our reunions? Because we all have an ultimate goal, and that goal is to be in physical union with our twins. So the message was, stay open, speak your truth, trust in the great gathering, trust in this energetic vibrational path that we are all on together. All right, I hope that helps. Take care, everyone. Bye.